When it comes to caring for your personal watercraft, you gotta rinse and you gotta flush. And we're gonna do that with this new 3-in-1 kit from Waves RX. While everything you see here is available separately, the 3-in-1 kit is the best bang for your buck and includes everything you need to flush and wash your jet ski, including the quick connect fittings and easy on-off nozzle. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick demo of the products and show you why they're different from anything else on the market. So here is your soap and water mixer. Here's the fan spray attachment that can be vertical or horizontal. It's got a metal clip here that'll help it snap in. So you're going to line this up like this, snap it in firmly. Then here is our spray nozzle. And as you can see, this is on or off. So this is going to receive a couple different quick connect fittings. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and thread this. Next, we're going to take our fan. This is an adjustable fan spray. We're going to go ahead and screw one of these quick connects into there. Next, we're going to go ahead and screw one of these onto the other end of the nozzle here. You can see with this, it's designed to fit in right like that. So how is this different than what's currently on the market? Well, first of all, I want to show you that there's no O-ring on this container that can get lost. It's got a silicone O-ring built into the housing. Second of all, I want you to look at the top here. This isn't just on or off. It's got a graduated mixture. So we could actually fill this up with soap and then put it on our lowest setting. This will use as little soap as possible. And you could change that ratio of soap to water. So you can use a product like Waves RX Epic Wash. You're gonna fill the soap to here, and then you're gonna dilute that with water up to this line here. Here is your spray nozzle, and that's gonna snap right in, right like that. So you can adjust this, fan, spray. So I'm gonna wet everything down first. All right, now we're ready to add our soap mixer. You can see that they make it really seamless. There we go. Keep in mind that this is not using high pressure. This is just a regular garden hose. All right, so when you finish washing, now let's rinse her off. All right, so I just showed you how to use your soap and water mixer spray gun. And now I'm gonna show you how to set up your mixing unit right here. So here's the nozzle we set up a little bit earlier. I showed you that you have this female quick connect that's gonna go there. You have a male quick connect here. They give you an extra one for your garden hose that's going to go right there. Finally, we're going to add this male quick connect to our mixing unit. Here's our nozzle, here's our flushing mixer, and you snap them in place just like that. The cool thing about this is you could just turn this on or off. You know, it's got pretty good support between these fittings because they're not plastic. We've got one extra one. You could choose to use this on your flushing unit like this. This might be enough for some people just to wash a jet ski, but I'm gonna use this for flushing and this one for washing. So I'm gonna keep them separate, but they give you this fitting here so you can basically, if you see, you could plug that in like that. You could use this for any personal watercraft. For Yamaha and Kawasaki, you're most likely gonna have an extension or a dongle that you're gonna use in conjunction with this mixing unit. So in that case, we're just going to attach this. So if you're using a product like Waves RX Epic Flush, this says a 1/2 ounce per flush. In our case for the Kawasaki, we're going to double that because we have an engine and intercooler, so that'll be 1 ounce. If you're using a generic salt product like this one here, then I would just go ahead and fill this entire cup up to the top. Here's my garden hose. Now I'm going to attach this fitting here. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and attach my spray nozzle. There we go. And then here is my flushing mixer. On the Kawasaki's, we have an intercooler and we have the engine. The intercooler requires the engine be off to flush it. So I'm gonna go ahead, turn on my water. See, this is on the highest mixing setting. We can see a lot of activity in there. All right, I've got my mixer refilled. And now we're gonna plug it into the engine port on the back of my ski. Now remember, this is in the off position. Never turn your water on unless the engine is running. So I'm gonna start up the engine and then we're gonna turn on our mixing unit right here. And when you're done flushing, shut off the water. So let's talk about why the Waves RX flush mixer here is different than the leading competitor. Okay, first of all, here's the leading competitor. Now I've shown this on my channel. I've personally used this. Let me show you the biggest problem with the competitor mixer. So this O-ring here will come out pretty easily and get lost, and you'll be flushing your ski, the O-ring will pop out into the grass or something, and then you'll go to screw this on and water will be spraying everywhere. In contrast, the Waves RX mixing unit has an integrated silicone gasket. This means there's no O-ring to get lost or seal issues between the housing and cup. The other issue I have with this one here is that the thread on point is fixed, right? So if you want to screw this onto a male thread, you got to twist the entire assembly. The Waves RX one has this adjustable connection point right here. So you can go like this and attach a fitting much easier. The control on the competitor here. So you have rinse, you have mix, and you have off. And there's no real click between the positions, right? So if this is attached somewhere and you're reaching, there's no click. You don't really know if you're in place or not. Okay, you're in place, you're off. So I really like the Waves RX one. It's got, an audible, you feel it too, a nice click. This doesn't actually have a shutoff valve, and that's because Waves RX wants you to use the nozzle handle here as your on or off valve. Make sure to visit wavesrx.com for additional details.